Hey everybody, it's Dave here, Holiday for Two. Are you new to dispersed camping and you're wondering what kind of rules there might be? Well, there really aren't any written rules, but I'm going to go through a couple of tips for you for dispersed camping. I'm going to call these Dave's Dispersed Camping Tips. So stay tuned as I go through some important tips for you if you're new to dispersed camping, things to consider before you come out to the woods or even to the desert to go do some dispersed camping. So let's go.
So someday when my ship comes in, I know just what we'll do. We'll pack our bags and quit our jobs and have a holiday for two. We'll pack our bags and quit our jobs and have a holiday for two.
So I'm going to give you my first tip, whether you're out in the woods like we are here. This tip is near and dear to my heart because I've gotten some mosquito bites on my ankles, of all places, around my socks. And so one of the things I should have done when I first got here is I should have applied some insect repellent. I have a couple of them here that work really well. I started using them. And this one is a 14-hour. It's picaridin, I guess is how you say it. I got this on Amazon. I'll put a link down below. This came highly rated. It actually smells really good, kind of like a mango fruit. And it's a lotion that you can apply, like a cream. And I would put this over your ankles, around your ankles, maybe in your calves, or even around your neck and ears in places where you might get mosquito bit. And right now we're out in up near Flagstaff, and there's little things they call no-see-ums. And I'll show you my ankles in a second. I got bit around my socks. And it was like, driving me crazy. And then I realized, we got to put bug spray on. Another one I recommend is Off. This works really good too. Off Deep Woods. And you can pick these up at any store like Walgreens, Walmart, or even on Amazon has some of these. So I'll put the links for Amazon below so you can check them out. But the Off Deep Woods and picaridin lotion, especially picaridin, this one came highly rated, is one of the top favorites. So trying it out now, and so far I haven't gotten bitten again. So let me show you my ankles in a second. And I'll show you my ankles. See those spots? See how they're right around my socks? So you're out walking in the grass and the forest and stuff, and these little critters, they bite you right there. Now why they don't bite up higher, I don't know, but they all got me around my socks, both legs. And that was my first night. And boy, oh boy, are those suckers itchy. Now you see the grass, how the grass comes up here? This is where the no-see-ums live. They live down in the dirt near the grass and the roots. And they kind of jump up when you're walking through that grass. So that's one of the areas where to watch out for them and to watch out for areas like that. And if you're going to go out and walking around, that's a good idea to put that bug spray on so you keep yourself protected against the no-see-ums. There's mosquitoes also, and they're really similar. But these little suckers, they get you down low, and they can really itch. So we had a friend of ours at another camp we were at a couple years ago, and she got bit really, really bad. She ended up having to go to the doctor to get some shots because she got an infection. So just a good idea to protect yourself from the no-see-ums when you first get someplace to start camping. I've started putting that lotion on, and I also have anti-itch cream to put on. You might want to keep that with you if you come out to the woods. So that's my first tip, bug spray. Now my second tip is when you're out dispersed camping is to give plenty of space. If you pull into a spot, give everybody some space. Don't park right next to somebody if you don't know them. This morning we had a friend came back. I say friend, I'm being a little facetious there. But we had this lady and her dog come again. It didn't really bother me, but you never know. So she parked right there. And again, second day. So I don't know if she's been here before and she does this as a routine or what, but she was pretty close. I mean, I would never park that close to somebody. She parked right near that tree there. But hey, look how close everybody is. There's the man over there in a van. Here's us. There's a tent over there. There's some people behind the trees. There's another Class A over there. There's some tenters on the other side of the road. You get what I'm saying? Tip number 2, leave people some space. She had plenty of room. She could have come in through here and pulled in next to one of these other trees, or a little farther away. She didn't have to park right behind somebody. So little etiquette there. Just give everybody space, especially if it's somebody you don't know. Let's go to the tip 3. Now my third tip is kind of a no-brainer, I think, but some people forget. Before you go camping anywhere, bring you a bunch of garbage bags, big ones, because you're going to need some of these to keep your trash in. And what we do is we bring some big ones, and when we have garbages inside, or trash bins inside the RV that need to be emptied, I put them all into the big one. Then you can take these and dump them in a dumpster. But make sure you carry extra garbage bags with you, because pack it in, pack it out. And if you see stuff laying around the campsite, sometimes you do, like beer bottles or Coke bottles, cans, things like that. Kids' toys, dog toys, you name it, you can throw them away too and put them in here, and then it helps clean up the campsite for the next person. So that's my third tip. Pick up the trash and bring trash bags. My next tip is, I'm going to call this how to leave a campsite. And there was a trip that we did the other day where we were driving around. I'll show you a clip of here, where we found a campsite with some chairs left behind. Why would somebody leave bar stools out here? Somebody went to a lot of trouble to bring those out here. Oh, I left them shotgun shells. Maybe they were shooting at them. Now I have a feeling that the people who left that campsite weren't intending to come back. But if you come out here and you intend to do some camping and you need to leave to go to town, get groceries, leave some stuff at your campsite so that folks will know that somebody's camping there. That could be something as simple as a table, 2 chairs, maybe a tent put up, a little small tent, things like that. Let's show you. I'll show you some folks who are probably somewhere else, but they left stuff at their campsite to show that there's somebody camping there. Here we go. Now here's an example of someone left the campsite, and I'm not sure if they intend to return. They've got blankets thrown over stuff. There's a little small table and a water bottle left out here. You tell me, does this look like somebody who's going to come back and camp, or does this look like somebody who just left their crap out here? I'm sorry, their trash. So this is one of those debatable. If you're going to leave a campsite, leave it so that it looks like somebody is going to come back. Now there's a spot that I think somebody might have left, and they're going to come back. Notice there's no vehicle, but they left their tent. Looks like a little stove or something. So this looks like somebody's camp that they're going to come back to later. So if you see this, this means they're going to come back. This is how a campsite should look after somebody leaves. There should, well, other than trash, you see the trash over there? Somebody left a piece of cardboard or something on the ground. But this is such a beautiful area. We don't want to leave trash and stuff. We're going to leave it nice for the next people to come. I'll pick that up and throw it in the back of my quad. But when you saw some of the campsites that I drove by, there were some that had vehicles and trailers and tents left out. You could obviously see, even though there was no vehicle, you could see that there was somebody camped there. But when you find chairs and stuff just left there, and that one spot with the 2 chairs and the other spot with the stuff covered up, it's been there for a couple of days, and I have seen nobody come and pick it up or even camp near it. So well, I picked up the cardboard, but look what's in the fire. Now you tell me, are they thinking that those aluminum cans are going to just melt down and go away? I don't know. But that's a mess for somebody else to pick up. That's kind of uncool. It's filling up my bag. there I brought it back to put in my garbage bag. So I hope you found some of these tips helpful. If I think of any more on the way, I'll add them to this list. I'm going to add a 5th tip on these camping tips in dispersed camping areas. And especially for those of you who come out to areas like this and you have a trailer, a motorhome, or a toy hauler or 5th wheel, one of those things with the tall trailers, the one thing you really want to watch for is branches. When you're pulling in somewhere, it helps if you have another set of eyes outside the RV to kind of watch for branches. And when I was pulling in the other day, I'll show you what I mean. See, I was pulling and I was backing up, and before I got even where I am now, I started to come this way, and I noticed those branches, so I didn't even come. I kind of moved my whole RV over a little ways. I could have actually moved it a little farther that way, but there was a fire pit right there, see? So it's one of those things you want to think about. If you get out before you start pulling in a place like this, get out, walk around, look for a spot that you want to park your trailer, and kind of plan your attack, because you never know where branches might be hanging down that might scrape your roof, and you don't want to have one of those kind of branches scrape and damage your roof, because some of those branches can be pretty nasty. They can leave scratch marks in your roof. They can even leave gashes or tear off something that might be on your roof. I've had things happen like that before, so it's just my own experience. So just keep that in mind. Come out, scope it out, get a set of eyes out here when you're backing out. In fact, one of the things I like to do is when I pull in somewhere, I just stop and get out and look around first and find a spot that you want to camp in. Hope that helps you. So watch when you're backing into a dispersed camp area or pulling in. Take a look around before you start finding a spot to pull in. Watch for branches, watch for big dips, soft spots in the dirt. You don't want to park somewhere where there's lots of muddy areas, those kind of things. Just kind of get some eyes out and scope it out. So today we're going to be moving on to another campsite, and stick around, we'll show you that one. But remember, just a couple of basic things to use for etiquette and when you're dispersed camping. Keep your bug spray, keep your garbage bags handy, and don't forget about keep a space between you and other campers. And if you leave your campsite, make it look like you're going to be coming back and not just leaving stuff there. Have a great day. Catch you later, everybody. It's time to move on. It's a beautiful day. Look at that.